Howdy, my name is Braev, and this present time, we will be playing Neo Scavenger. We'll call it Part 12. Last time, we found an awesome backpack, crafted a bow with our ranged knowledge, put together our animal hides for our tunic, used our botany knowledge to craft an antiseptic, and used said antiseptic while applying first aid. With that said, let's continue. A look at the map shows we made good progress towards reaching the glow. Previously, in my haste while scavenging, it appears I've equipped an additional right shoe. This improper footwear will cause blisters that will slow us down. Moving onto this hill is difficult, but we'll be able to see further. There's a line of destroyed cities here. We're not desperate for supplies, so we can scavenge more safely. We're starting to sweat. It's likely warm enough right now that we can take off our tunic. Let's check these ruins. It's a long way to the ground from the top of the office building. A section of the floor has recently collapsed. Frightened screams of a woman echo off the walls. She's dangling in space, held by one arm of another Enclaver. Doesn't look like he has enough muscle to pull her up over the ledge to safety. You could run to help, but you risk the floor giving way under your extra weight. Nearby, you notice the Enclaver's backpack, temporarily abandoned in the crisis. What can we do? He isn't going to hold her long enough for you to tiptoe in. Gotta run in there. Risk it all. No, too dangerous. If the floor gives way, everybody will die. Good luck, folks. Nothing you can do. Quietly sneak in and take the backpack. It's dangerous, but let's risk it all to try and help. Halfway there, the floor gives way. You fall to the next floor, onto a pile of plaster and plastic. They, however, aren't so lucky. You hear the screams of the pair as they hit terminal velocity. Gingerly wriggling your fingers and toes, you hope that everything is still intact. Nasty fall. Luckily, we came out of that with only a bruise. We tried to help, but unfortunately for those Enclavers, the Wasteland can be a cruel place. Best we remember that. Let's continue on and scavenge. Nice! We found a left shoe. This will solve our improper footwear and our blisters will start healing up. We'll have better chance for loot using our crowbar, and with our mechanic knowledge, we can scavenge more safely by avoiding dangerous structures and pitfalls. There's a stranger nearby. I'd rather stay away from them. We have enough time to scavenge once more and start moving away. Lighting this torch we found will have a chance at even more loot if we use it to scavenge. We found quite a lot, but there's nothing useful to us right now. Looks like it's time to replace our bandages. We wouldn't want to get sick. We are healing up well, and we'll be better soon if we keep up our self-care. Looking dazed and frightened, a chubby, well-dressed man runs towards you. Might be the first time you've seen an overweight person. He grasps at your clothes as he reaches you, talking 10 to the dozen. Says he's from the DMC, some sort of a venture party, flying around on a hovercraft. But the twin engines both gave out at once. Or at least that's the story. Claims he's the only survivor and demands that you take him back to the DMC. He lives inside the gates, Core City even. He'll pay handsomely. The trouble is, you know there's no way you're getting Chubby Chops here back there safely. You're struggling to get there yourself. What options do we have? Do what you can to help. Surely you've got something he can have. Tell him which way to go, then be on your way. Shake him off. Pork Chops can fend for himself. Shake him off, then shake him down. Let's try to help. He grabs what you give him, then launches into a tirade of abuse, something about how you should consider it an opportunity to help him, how you're obligated to help him, how you... Enough. He knows which way to go. You've done what you can. You're gone. Sheesh. We did what we could, but some people are just ungrateful. Having come from the cushy city life, he'll learn quickly his ways don't work out here. It's raining and getting colder, so we better warm up with our tunic. There's no good shelter here. We might be better off setting up camp in the woods. We can craft a tent to get out of the rain. To keep us safe, we can use our soup can, small parts, and some string to craft a noise trap. Adding this to our campsite will raise our alertness. Noise traps strung around this area help alert player to creatures while they sleep. Now we can literally rest more assured. Something is nearby. Let's take cover. It's safer to drop our sled for now. It's a feral dog, and they're right next to us. They look weak, but we're in range of an attack, so let's dodge. The dog attacked and missed. Let's go all out with a melee surge. Good, that took them down, and we'll finish them off. Let's re-equip our sled, and we'll make use of this dog after we finish sleeping. We are well rested, had a meal, and ready to go. However, we are getting thirsty, so we'll have to find some water. That stranger had a gun, so we're going to hide and sneak away. There they are. They're frail, depositing loot, and can see us, so we better keep our distance. There's a stranger leader over here with a gun as well. Another stranger. Let's spy on them. They're waiting for the stranger leader, so they must be working together. We could take a chance to sneak up and check their loot, but we're not that desperate. Here's an armored stranger leader. They have a pistol and are looking disapprovingly at something. Hopefully that's not us. Maybe we could approach them unarmed and try talking with them. Let's offer to talk. Oh. Just you keep your nose clean, and we got no trouble, he says through his face mask. They're a DMC Guard. That's where that overweight person from earlier said they were from. Maybe they might be able to give us directions. Was that the 55 by the 2? Oh, he stopped speaking into a radio, disappointed at the interruption. What you need? What can we ask for? How do I get into the DMC? Are there any other cities nearby? What's the story with the swamp? We haven't seen the swamp yet. How do I get into the DMC? What's it take to get through the gate? He responds to his radio, ignoring you for a moment. You're gonna need a visitor pass, he recites. Applications at the gate and processing time is 6 to 10 months. His radio pipes up again, and he starts walking away, listening. Wherever this place is, that's a long time for even a chance to get in. Great Black Swamp. This must be the swamp that was mentioned. Let's investigate. It might be risky, but let's check it out. Devastation on a monumental scale mars the land before you. It looks as if someone hosed down an entire county with a toxic chemical, set it on fire, then bombarded it with artillery for good measure. Pools of caustic liquid are everywhere. Most everything that once was here has dissolved, melted, burned, or turned to dust. Hardier materials have eroded more slowly, leaving skeletal evidence of small towns, farmsteads, tree trunks, and creatures. Toxic miasmas float in some places, clinging to the ground where reactions release them into the air, and warning signs, both official and homemade, litter the boundary. And the silence here is deafening. No birds nor critters, not even insects. Nothing stirs in this caustic swamp of destruction. Nothing lives here, or at least, nothing is alive here. It definitely sounds like it's nowhere near safe to spend any amount of time here. But let's try to scavenge here at least once. There is little left to explore in this burnt, toxic swamp. This ruin, however, looks like it might have a few caches that escaped complete destruction. Getting to them, however, is going to be a trick. Rubble threatens to collapse at the slightest touch, and caustic liquid pools here and there. The good news, you suspect little scavenging competition in this blasted swamp. We found something. We found a laptop. Its batteries don't have enough charge to turn it on, though. Still an interesting find. We're feeling dizzy. We likely need to find some water. Player has severe stomach pains that seem to be getting worse every minute. We may have contracted something during our time at the swamp. It may be wise to spend some time recovering. Let's craft a torch to improve our scavenging chances. Something found us. Oh, it's just a DMC Guard. We're dehydrated. We need to find water, and fast. Thankfully, we found some water and berries. It's the guard again. Let's try to get more information. What seems to be the problem? Heard anything interesting? Any work around here? Ask about local gangs. That sounds important to know. Any gangs I should be watching out for around here? The guard seems suddenly interested. Yeah, definitely. Could be some crooked sprawlers round, but gangs aren't unheard of around here either. He looks past you. Bad mothers are the worst of them. Damn cannibals, you ask me. We get some butcher boys too. Looking back at you. You just keep close to town though, and you're better off. A message over the radio calls him away. Now to sterilize and drink this water. Now we're vomiting. Looks like we're not through this sickness yet. Luckily, there's a source of water nearby at this marshland. We can drink some Tannin tea to bolster our immune system. We witness something happening nearby. DMC Guard leader reveals himself to Stranger Leader. Stranger sprints away from the fray. Stranger Leader flees blindly. DMC Guard offers ceasefire to Stranger Leader. Stranger offers to talk with DMC Guard leader. DMC Guard leader offers to talk with Stranger. Interesting. Good. Now we're caught up with our thirst. Maybe we could sneak in and see what loot they have. They're far away, and we can both see each other. Let's offer to talk. They ran off. What did they leave behind? Nothing of use to us. Okay, let's continue on. As you step into a clearing, you finally see the source of that eastern glow. It's a city, larger than any you've ever seen. Skyscrapers and their bigger brothers, arcologies, stand shoulder to shoulder, casting their glittering lights into the sky. Hovering lights flit around the super towers like fireflies. A massive wall encircles their base, with armed buttresses like glowing points on a crown. And radiating out from that wall, a shanty town of crumbling buildings, shacks, and tarp lean-tos. Relief at the sight of civilization almost overtakes you until you realize you still have to make it there. That and scavenging promises to get a lot harder near the city, as nearby ruins will have been picked over already. We are almost there. It shouldn't be too much further away. That must be the shanty town. And there's the walls of the DMC itself. We've come a long way and endured much, but we finally made it to civilization. It should be safe here in the outskirts. However, we still have to find a way to gain access into the DMC, though we'll end it here for now. If you're enjoying this venture, consider leaving a like. What did you think of the events we experienced? Would you have done something different? Share with us your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time in part 13.